Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, and joining me this week is
PC.
And with his Power Slave shirt on tonight.
BB.
And with, I don't know what that is, Dylan.
Penta. He's a great wrestler.
Is
Penta.
is
Cero.
Is he like new? Is he a new guy?
He's newer to WWE. He was a lucha. He's a lucha libre wrestler. So.
Well, like one of those mask guys?
Yep. He has a mask and he has like the painted skull as well, like on his face. Very cool.
And that's Dylan. I don't know if you know
Dylan.
your name. Okay, there we go. And I don't want to leave BC out. He's got a She Loves My Cock Jackal shirt on.
Yeah.
So you should have wore your hat. I just have a plain black T-shirt on.
That's what Penta looks like.
Oh, that's kind of cool. It kind of looks like
I can't wear the stuff
like King Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta wear it
Very
now.
similar.
Maybe during the break I'll go get a concert shirt.
All right.
Probably
okay.
not, but you know, I just want to.
If you want to, stick that on there.
There you go.
Dynasty coaster. It could be like a.
Be like a big button.
Yeah, look on Hot Topic. There's a lot of cool shirts for like the bands that we all like there.
Oh yeah.
You'd be surprised. Yeah.
Okay.
Hot Topic.
We should start wearing like stupid shirts, like you see the Kardashians wearing
Hot
like
Topic.
Slayer
It's
shirts.
in
We
the
should wear like
it's like
stupid
across
band
from Bath and
shirts.
Body
Oh
Works.
yeah.
I'm gonna get him a Nudo shirt and wear it. Or you'd be like Granzy. I'll borrow Granz's Debbie
Gibson shirt,
yep.
right?
Yep. So, all right. How's everybody doing? BC, how are you, buddy? Looks like you had a good day today.
You gotta jump off a bridge.
That
Oh man.
doesn't sound like a very good day.
No, work's fine. Everything else around.
Yeah, I know I had a little accident down your
I
house.
sit there, so that's between that and the girls all fighting. I wanna be a
Leave
part
me
of that.
be.
I hope the Chapman daycare has good workers' comp, because I don't know what's going to
It's
happen.
closed for the summer now.
Closed now. Oh, it closed for the summer. That happened on the last day.
The director's on the DL and the other guy got traded.
Okay. Yeah.
How are you, BB? How are you, buddy?
Doing good. Enjoying this nice warm weather finally. Nice and calm down the hill. Nice, nothing going on.
That's good, though.
Yeah,
That's good.
right?
That's good.
It's definitely a good thing. Yeah.
How are you, Dylan? How's it going, buddy?
I had a one meeting day today, so it was very good. Plus, I'm off tomorrow and Friday, so I'm sitting pretty.
Cool. Good. Good for you. Glad to hear it. All right.
Righty.
What?
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm excellent. I had a busy couple of days. Just kind of a little craziness. BC kind of can understand where I'm coming from these days sometimes, but good though. Nice to be recording, and it's not like a storm or nothing. It was nice,
True.
so we can have another night when we get done recording. Go out on the porch, have a couple beverages.
Guys,
I'm
messing
gonna
up
have
Bob
to-
today.
Huh?
You guys messing up Bob.
I know. I'll tell you about that. What it cost a fuck. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start playing like break stuff underneath BC whenever he's like having one of those days.
Just one. I don't want to wake up.
All right. A couple things. By the time you guys hear this, the final Sabbath show will have taken place. We're still not sure what if we're doing anything for it, but it will be cool to, regardless of... Huh?
3 days from now?
Yeah. It's on the 5th of July. Yeah, today's July 2nd, so 3 days from now. And so regardless of if we do something or not, it'll be interesting to see what took place and how it went. And speaking of Black Sabbath, Judas Priest just put out a video they did a cover of War Pigs. Did anybody get a chance to check that out today?
No, I saw that it happened. But I
It
didn't
was
get a chance to
it was
see
actually it's very good, and they have the band that's playing now, Rob Halford and Richie Faulkner and Andy Sneap and Ian Hill and Scott Travis, but Glenn Tipton's in the video too. I mean, God love him, but he's just like, you can tell he's just kind of there. But cool version of it though. I was surprised though, because like when you listen to it, I mean, I know you're probably more attuned to it than anyone else. I didn't think Scott Travis's drum parts were great. in that because I think he really could. I think he was like mellow on us on some of them. I was a little disappointed, but the vocals were cool. It was a cool version, so it was cool to see that. Let's see what else we got. Saxon had to cancel their summer tour plans because Biff Byford had some kind of emergency procedure that he had to do. Other than that, nothing else really going on that I can think of. And last week we had the Kiss crew on. We had everyone except for Richie. Richie was out of town, and we ranked the Kiss album studio album openers. And what do you think of that, BB?
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a nice little topic. I expected I think I even said it. I expected a lot more, ball-busting, bantering going on. It just seems like we were actually a lot of songs kind of, fell, for everybody, in this kind of within the same spot. There wasn't that many crazy, outliers or, maybe somebody here, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody putting fucked up the works at number 8.
But yeah, it's always great getting those guys together and talking about the foundation band of what we listen to now and pretty much this podcast as well.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be a different story when we do the closers. Now, it's not going to be the next one because I was telling BB what the next one's going to be, and I think it'll be interesting. That one will be definitely interesting. What do you think, BC?
Fun as always.
Late to the party for that episode.
That's really. Yeah, it's always a good time with the guys. Like I said, it was interesting. It was a very tame Kiss Crew episode. So
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I think it was too warm in there. Was the thing? Like
well, it was hot as balls in there. We did have some air conditioning difficulties. You can fucking hang meat in there now.
Good.
So
that
shouldn't be an issue
in
for the next
summertime.
one. But I think part of that was that there wasn't really any like crappy songs to talk about. You know what I mean?
No, only, like,
and
the
Granza
bottom
was happy
3.
because all except for 2 of them were fucking Paul Stanley songs. So
that's true.
he didn't get mad at me about I Was Made for Loving You though. That may have factored into my ranking.
Yeah, like 14. Did you rank it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think, though?
It was fun. I always am interested to see how the rankings change when people's, ranks get implemented. Like seeing how it's like, okay, this one was in the lead, and now it's real far down, and things like that. Seeing the rankings change in real time is very fun for me in terms of being the statistician for those episodes. So that's a really great behind the scenes enjoyment for me, and I also like revealing the results and seeing people's consternation or exhalations. It's
and sometimes vindication.
And vindications. Yep. I used all my big words.
All your isms.
I'm cut off. But it's always fun, and I'm excited for the closers for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. And going back to our fun episode that we had, the Gary Cap episode a couple weeks ago, I did have one more comment, but I knew it was there somewhere, but it was actually messaged to me on Facebook Messenger, so I'll read it now. It's from our buddy Jim Kula, better known as Jim from Irwin. And he said, Steve, loved the last 2 episodes. Rush was stellar. No other words needed. This past week, concert memories sure takes me back. My top 4 are Bon Jovi and Skid Row, New Jersey Syndicate Tour, 1987-88. Queensryche Empire, 1991. Journey Raised on Radio, 1986. Triumph Thunder 7, 1985. My first concert made me a music fan for life. If I close my eyes, I can still see that stage exploding with the pyro when they came on. Rush honorable mention on the Power Windows tour. CBC, he saw your favorite album tour.
There you go.
My biggest regret that comes to mind, not seeing Tom Petty. That seemed to be the main one for everybody, I think. Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers, and Styx on the Paradise Theater tour. My parents would not take me. Anyway, have a good one. Just wanted to weigh in. We appreciate you weighing in, Jim, and thanks for the comment. Keep them coming. And
didn't Tom Petty play at Montage?
Yes, okay. Yeah. I think he broke a record for attendance there. I think there were people that got home like at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, it was like 90,
up there.
like 95, 96 ish.
I want to say it was in the 2000s.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, like early 2000s. Because I remember Dame and my sister and them went.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, well, can't do that anymore.
Can't do that now.
Yep. All right, dude. So before we get going here, what are we listening to? Dylan, how about you?
Well, Foo Fighters put out a new song in honor of their kind of anniversary from 1995 was when they kind of started. So it would be 30th anniversary. Jeez, math. Listen, it was still work that I had to do.
And he did all the stats for the rankings.
Yeah, I'm all burnt out on math.
I don't know. Maybe we'll. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to recheck.
Yeah. Okay. But the new song was called.
He's doing Common Core math.
Yeah. The new song is called Today's Song. It starts out slow and it doesn't really kick in until the midway point, and it's kind of mid-tempo. So it wasn't my favorite, but it is what it is. And I also went back because some of the spooky stuff that we're going to be talking about today. Went back and listened to Rob Zombie's The Sinister Urge album, which I always forget about because I always go to the Hellbilly Deluxes or I go to the live album. But Sinister Urge is great. It has like Demon Speeding on there. It's got Never Gonna Stop, Dead Girl Superstar. So a lot of really great stuff on there.
That's a short album title for him.
Yeah, The Sinister Urge. Yeah, I think it was his
Is there like 18 words after that?
No, it's just The Sinister Urge. And I think it can't... let me see when it came out. It came out 2001. So
how many years ago was that?
Jesus. 24 years
there
ago.
There you go.
Yeah, but actually Ozzy features on one of the tracks on that album as well. Features on the track Ironhead. So I believe it was his second solo album after Hellbilly Deluxe.
Cool. All right, BB, what do you got?
I kind of went back floating through Apple Music and all the shit I have, trying to clean up my phone, kind of getting rid of stuff that I don't listen to and just trying to clean it out a little bit. And I forgot about this band called Stormbreaker. They have an album called Strike the Match that came out in 2021. Just heavy melodic music that right in my wheelhouse. Love these guys. I think I even maybe brought one of their songs to, one of the halfway albums or halfway songs in 2023. But yeah, that album Strike the Match is just really, really good.
All right, cool. BC, how are you? What do you got?
Not too much time listening to anything good, so maybe
You got that right.
Boneyard and Hair Nation going back and forth to work, and then the other night I delved back into early Kiss.
Well,
was
it under the no vert yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I said, you know what? This is the first few albums, the Makeup Kiss.
All right, cool. And for me, speaking of Makeup Kiss, I myself was listening to some early Kiss. The 48th anniversary of Love Gun was a couple days ago, so I always put that on its anniversary. I listened to a couple other ones. Actually, I got through all the first 6 Kiss albums, with the exception of I only got like halfway through Dress to Kill due to time constraints, not because I didn't want to listen to it. And this isn't. And actually, I'll say this thing first. But what I'm reading Gary Holt's book. Fucking crazy shit that those fucking guys have gone through. And so it put me on a little Exodus kick. So as I was reading it, I was going through the albums. I got up to Shovel-Headed Kill Machine. I got up to that one, and I'm actually right at that point in the book, which is kind of weird. But so
you got to meet Andy?
Huh?
You got to meet Andy Sneap then?
Yeah, barely, because they're just getting into him because he engineered the one before that.
Yeah.
And speaking of, let me go back to the Kiss crew for a second here. Something absolutely fucking horrible fucking happened to me yesterday. I was like, I thought I was fucking hallucinating. You guys ever go to the Dunmore Candy Kitchen or whatever it's called down there?
Mm-hmm.
So we go there yesterday, me and my wife. And I walk in the door. And I'm not paying attention, just kind of looking. There's like killer place for candy, by the way. If you live in northeastern Pennsylvania, go there. So I walk in, and I'm just kind of looking around, and I stop in my tracks, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We Are One from Kiss was playing on the fucking radio in the store. My wife goes, what's the matter? I'm like, listen to this fucking shitty song. And then I see the girl's head go. I said, "Did you play this?" She goes, "Oh, it sounds on a 90s Spotify playlist." I said, "I'd cancel my subscription." I'm like, what's the chances of that? What is the fucking chances of that? So I had to buy some chocolate to fucking just get my nerves down after listening to that piece of shit song. But, like, it was so weird to go in there, and they're playing We Are One, and the girl was kind of baffled. And then,
I don't even know who Kiss is.
Probably not. But she was a little older, so I'm sure she did. But it was so weird, though. Like, I walk in, and it's like they're playing We Are One. I'm like, oh, my golly. I wanted to jump off the ship when they played it on there. I was going to run out on a fucking Drinker Street. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. So here's what we got going. Some early Kiss for myself. Some Exodus. Gary Holt's book. Little Ozzy's Boneyard of Hair Nation for BC. Some early Kiss for him also. And Stormbreaker, Strike the Match for BB. And Dylan was listening to the new Foo Fighter song. I forget what it's called now. Oh, Today's Song it's called, right? Today's Song. Not a great review of it, though, however. And Rob Zombie's Sinister Urge. All right, so it's that time of the year that I like to do for our people out there that do not like new music. Well, we're going to talk about new music. And we do it every year. We do, right around this time, we do a halfway album episode. And today's that day. And we spun the magic wheel. And so these are albums that came out this year, 2025. And BC's up first. What do you got, BC?
Oh, all right. My album came out April 25th of this year. And I got watching, it's not a podcast, YouTube channel, I guess, whatever they call them. What is that called? Is there
A YouTube channel?
A YouTube channel.
That's what they call it?
Yeah,
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Jason Green's YouTube channel, Wasting Time with Jason Green, and every Wednesday he has Wednesday 13 come on, they do it together. So this thing, I'm like, this guy's pretty funny, cool, you know. So then I delved into and then it was not too long, right, like a week or two later, me and you went to see him.
Yeah.
Blown away by him. Like, I mean, are they their next the changing of the world? No, just fun. I guess you could say dark gothic, a little goth to it, maybe. I don't know, grindage, a lot of grindage, but really good. So of course I had to delve in, and this is before the album. When was that show?
I don't know, but
this wasn't out yet.
The album came out the week after. The week after, like literally a week after.
So
BC,
I picked it. What?
who are we talking about?
Wednesday 13th.
Okay. Because you didn't say that yet.
We saw Wednesday 13th.
Yeah. You just didn't say the name of the album.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even hear you say Wednesday 13. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday 13. His latest release was Mid-Death Crisis.
Because remember he said it's Wednesday?
Oh. I just keep drinking.
Have another bush lime, BB.
Yeah.
You're roasty. You're in the
Have another bush.
Yeah. Woo.
Have another bush. The album was produced by Alex Kane, mixed by Steve Everett, and artwork by Johnny Bush. Not John Bush, Johnny Bush. No relation. But album opens up with, I think it's a waste of a track. It's just my opinion. It's called No Such Thing as Monsters. It's just Wednesday 13 going, no such thing as monsters. No such thing. I mean, to me, it's like, I understand. Maybe that's his thing. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, but then the second track, Decease and Desist. This is where, this is what they should open up with, not the Killer 2, just very, the big background vocals. But then my favorite one, The Devil Commands. This is like super grindage, very heavy song. Has the so Steve was good. Track 4, which is probably my favorite, Rotten Away, which is they're just going to come out with a video for the song right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think it's very fast beat, a little punk to it, a tad punk to it. Rotten Away. The lyrics are just, I think, fun. People are getting like, oh, that's sick. That's not. It's a joke. It's fun. Like not to take serious. People take too much stuff seriously. track 5, No Apologies, which features Tame Me Down, which you really have to sit there and you can pick them out because these are together they sound a lot alike. So I mean, anyways, another good. This is probably the most radio-ish song, I guess you could say, for this guy. I say guy even though it's a band. Decapitation. This one's just got such a good groove to it. Such a catchy hook. Like the chorus is so catchy. You find yourself walking around. Decapitation. PV. I said it 50 times that night. Track 7, In Misery is one of the singles that was released off this. A lot of the songs deal with being with certain kinds of women and stuff, so you can see where that song goes. Number 8, Bloodstorm. Another upbeat rocker. Into the bloodstorm, bloodstorm. And again, everybody's like, "Well, his vocals suck." I mean, well, it fits the music. And he sings nothing like he talks. Like night and day. You never know.
I've never heard him speak. Well, besides at the show.
No, it's night and day. He doesn't even look anything like he does it when he plays live. Anyways, all right, number 9. I'm gonna say this wrong again.
Xanaxty.
Xanaxty. Thank you. I always say that wrong. Another song, like fun. All these songs are upbeat rockers. Like I said, When the Devil Commands is probably the heaviest one on the whole album. Very I just can't get enough of that. That's super grindish. I Hurt You is another song that could be to me. I think a radio very catchy. My Funeral. I think My Funeral is probably I don't know. Maybe the weakest song in my book on this whole album. But they finished off nice and strong with Sick and Violent, which I find myself driving down Route 6 a lot, screaming this song out the window. Just saying. But that's what music's meant to be, a release. But overall, I mean, I really, his back catalog is, with the exception of one album, I really dig it. And he's got like a bunch of other, originally was part of the Murdered House. But he has other side projects. Very he has 3 different side projects. Amongst Wednesday 13 too. They're all in the same vein though. But let's get out of the way first. BB.
What?
The vocals might not be your style.
No. This is pretty good. There's no such thing as monsters, like you said. It's just that spooky little intro that they do. The Cease and Desist. Heavy rock and beat. I think fans of like Rob Zombie or maybe like Alice Cooper will definitely love this album. It has that good Rob Zombie like heaviness to it, and this song has a killer solo, but it's just a little short. Song number 3, When the Devil Commands. This song has to come across great live, like just chanting like 666 and Hail. Like it just has to just get you in that live version of just being there.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Song number 7, Rotting Away, chugging heavy riffs, loud drums. I'm loving this album. Song number 5, No Apologies, super heavy rocker. Like you said, Tammy Down's vocals are there, but they're kind of hidden. You can't pick them out. The outdoor music is super heavy as fuck, super fast. Song number 6, Decapitation, keeping it heavy. Once again, they're just a super heaviness to this album. The riffs are great, and there's even this little part. It's like that ooh wop wop. It's almost like a 50s or 60s like little music part in there that's kind of funny. Song number 7, In Misery, another good killer rocker. Song number 8, Bloodstorm, super fast drum beat to this one. More insane guitar work. I love the double bass drums in this one. And another good outro solo. Song number 5, Xanaxty. Another heavy killer track. Keeping it real to what the album's all about. Song number 10, I Hurt You. I thought this was the calmest song in the album until it was time for the solo. The solo just goes into a different atmosphere. Song number 11, My Funeral. Very dark 80s Alice, I thought, with that one. And closing out, song number 12, Sick and Violent. More fast-ripping, heavy riffs. another song that I think would be great live. This album was good. This was a surprise. I didn't know what I was going to get. I know you guys listened to it. You guys went to see them live. Yeah, I'm impressed. No skippers, BC.
Dylan.
Yeah, this is my kind of music. I love horror punk. Murder Dolls, when we got to see them open for Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper, was like a real cool eye-opener for me of this genre of music. And Wednesday 13, of course, being, one of the main members of Murder Dolls, this music is very similar to it. And it's just such a great album that I don't think overstays its welcome. It hits the notes that I want from this kind of stuff. Like, no song is over 5 minutes, which is the perfect length for, like, these kinds of songs, because, if you get into, like, these are not, like, prog, 6-minute, epics. These are straight down the middle punkish songs with, some hard rock thrown in there, and the horror vibes are all over the place. I don't mind an intro track for this because, like, that's kind of, like, in the genre to do that. But, like, it could have been have a little more to it, because it was very empty for an intro track. Like, there wasn't, like, a ton of build-up. It was just, just the speaking. And even then, I couldn't quite hear what he was saying. And I didn't want to turn it up too loud, because I knew once the next track came in, I was going to be... my eardrums were going to blow out. But I agree with you. I think that My Funeral, like, towards the end, is, like, it's a little too much of a slog for its placement. Like, if it was a little higher up, like, with the other fast track, like, as kind of a mood, like, but, like, the rest of the tracks are so, like, down the middle. Like, once you get towards the end of the album, and you have a slow one like that, it kind of, like, wrecks the pace on you. You get really tired. But I don't think that ruins the album for me. I think it's a fantastic album. It's one of those that you could just have on in the background, like, doing whatever, and kind of get pumped up from it. Definitely one that I could see, like BB was saying, like, translate well live. A lot of good kind of call and response, gang vocal type situations in this. So I really enjoyed this album. I had listened to it before this episode, but listening to it again, I think it's kind of confirmed that it probably will have a place on my top 10 of the year. So,
Steve.
All right. Very cool. When we went to see this, it was I know you would plan on going to the show, but it was kind of a game time decision for me. Glad I went, although there was, 5 bands that played that night. So it seemed to take forever for them to come on, especially when that girl that wanted to be Pink was doing, I won't say playing, I'll say doing whatever she was doing. But it was a cool night, and I knew what to expect, because we had seen the Murder Dolls before, so I knew he was, like, this guy in that. So, and I had listened to, I think there was, like, maybe 3 songs released from this album when we went to see it, because it didn't come out till the next week, like we talked about before. But I even picked this up on vinyl, by the way, BC. And so it starts out, there's no such thing as monsters, and you guys know my feelings on intros. Like, I'm not a fan of this, but I get it. Kind of in the vein what Dylan said, I don't mind it as much with this kind of stuff, because it kind of lends itself to that. You know what I mean? It's a little King Diamond-ish. I think that's kind of what makes me not really hate it. But when Cease and Desist kicks in, starts in with that rapid drum beat, the crunchy grindage, rock and feel to it, like the raspy vocals. Very Rob Zombie-like right off the back, but, like, drums are sick on this. Fucking Mike Dupke, right, from Wasp is the drummer on this. Little short solo, but there's, like, plenty of ripping and little squeals and shit in there. Great start. This song was great fucking live, right? They played this one, right? When the Devil Commands, this one had the crowd going, like BB said, the chants, real good crowd chanter. Another little ripping solo thing there. The drums on this album are superb so far. My favorite song on the album, Rotting Away. I fucking love this song. Fast rocker. I love the line, "To say that I hate you, that would be too fucking nice." I think that's fucking awesome. And that's how it starts. That's how the fucking song starts. We're already headed in a great direction. If this song opened the album, it would be like, holy shit. You know what I mean? You would be like, here we go. I love when they, but the chorus, I like how the chorus is constructed. Like you get the rotting away part, but you don't get like the melodic rotting away until like the last part of the chorus. It's different. Like it's not, you would expect, it's hard to describe, but when you hear the whole chorus, that one last rotting away where they kind of carry it, the note, like the note's a little longer, like you would expect that at the beginning, but it's cool that they leave it out until that second part. It's hard to describe, but when you listen to it, you'll know. And the one line too, "You in a Casket" sounds fantastic to me. I think it's friggin' just genius. The band kills it.
Gold.
Yeah. No Apologies would tame me down. Yeah, this is kind of, you could maybe a little more pop for these guys, which is would be just crazy metal for other bands. But and you're right, it is hard to like tell when it's him or Tame Me Down singing, because they do a lot together too.
Yeah.
I like it though. Decapitation, another rapid drum starts. In the verses and like the lyrics in this album, and I'm not a lyric guy, but I like when they're like funny, but they're not just they're inventive the way that they are. "I want to burn your remains with kerosene," he says it in one part. I like it. It's not a favorite, but I do like it though. "In Misery," I love this song. I think this one is great too. It's got a little sinister feel at the beginning there. There's dual leads in there that are fantastic. I think these guys play very well together. There's some cool like twangs in there for the solo, so like it really fits the song. Great singable chorus. I think the chorus is great. It was like an earworm for me for like a couple weeks now. Bloodstorm, a little slower mid-tempo with some cool leads, and then it kicks in. There's some ooze in there. You said that. This is like get the pit going one though, and it's got a little punk feel to it. There's a little ripping solo in there. Not a fantastic one, but it's still good. It fits the album, and this one kind of gives you a little bit of breathing room too. Xanaxty, I think that's how you pronounce it. Cool title. I'm reading it and I'm trying to, okay, how the fuck do you pronounce that? Kicks right in, crunchy chords there, good chorus. Got a little melodic solo going on in there. "I Hurt You," little harmonic feel in there, stomping beat, crunchy guitars, killer solo in this one. But I like the way the solo comes in on this song is really cool. Then it goes acoustic for a little bit. After the solo, band kicks back in, another good one. "My Funeral." I thought you said you didn't like this one. I thought this was great.
Not that I don't like it. I think it's just, I don't know.
Like that riff is like a fucking monster riff in there. Some cool leads in there. Good crunch to it. Killer solo. And I like, because this solo is different than the other ones on this, because it's got a little wah pedal solo thing going on there. Excellent deep track. I think it was great. Ends up with "Sick and Violent." Right out of the gate, just fast paced. The bass is fantastic in it. A little extra gruff on the vocals, I think. I really like the layered vocals on this one. Great gang vocals for the chorus. Another ripping solo. Kick-ass album ender. And this one is S-I-C-K. Sick. Good pick. I enjoyed the hell out of this. And I tell you what, and another reason that I'm glad that we went to see that, because now it's easier to visualize, because we seen the Murder Dolls 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. So, and I really haven't listened to a lot of this type of music since then. Like Rob Zombie will come on every now and then or something like that, but it's not really what I go to, but like now I go to it more often. And I've listened, actually since this came out, I went back and listened to some Murder Dolls stuff too. So, but I haven't come back to listen to any other Wednesdays 13 stuff, which I don't know why.
Check out Skeletons.
Skeleton?
Skeletons.
Skeletons. All right, I will. I like it. All right, did you go on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You went.
Yeah.
All right, so Dylan, you're next. What do you got for us?
Okay, so my album is going to a band that we all know and love, Coheed and Cambria. The album is Vaxis Act 3, Father of Make Believe. This came out March 14th, 2025. It's produced by Claudio Sanchez and Zach Cervini, who has done a number of bands that I really like production-wise. Blink-182, All Time Low, Poppy, Sleeping with Sirens, did, Limp Bizkit for BC. So, very more modern day producer. Coheed and Cambria at this time is Claudio Sanchez on vocals, guitar, synthesizers. Travis Stever on guitar, Zach Cooper on bass, and Josh Eppard on drums. So this album was kind of a grower for me because this is kind of part 3 in their latest part of the Armory Wars, which is their kind of long-spanning story that they've had since their very first album. And the first 2 parts of this section of the story, Unheavenly Creatures and... I can't remember the name of the second part, but the first part, Unheavenly Creatures, was on my list the year that came out of top albums. Second part I liked, but I didn't love. This one I thought I was going to go in a similar situation, but upon listening to it more and more, I find myself going back to certain songs and really enjoying them a lot. So I would say this is probably my second favorite of the 3 most recent albums. So it opens up with Yesterday's Lost, and like BC's album, it's kind of I call it an intro track. It has a plaintive piano start, some acoustic and soft vocals from Claudio. We get some horns as well. Definitely not a typical opener, and it would make you feel a little unsure about where this album's going to go for sure. And I think that's what initially had me not vibing with this album, was because I was like, okay, that's a kind of a slow way to open. And I understand they're telling the story, but you kind of want to open the album on a good note. The second song picks things up, Goodbye Sunshine. I love the nice chugging guitars. There's a lightness to the song and the chorus that I really enjoy. It's kind of an uplift. The tempo change for the chorus is really fantastic. And we have the whoa-ohs in there for you, Dad. So that's great. Track 3, though, is when the album really starts kicking in for me. Searching for Tomorrow. I love the opening guitars in this one. That's such a cool kind of syncopation. And the guitars after that very much kind of harken back to the early days of Coheed, which I really like. The breakdown in this one is sick. I love the breakdown. There's a kick-ass noise solo right in that part as well. And Searching for Tomorrow was okay, this is what I came to Coheed for. And then we go into The Father of Make Believe. Really good cadence after a heavy rocker. I love the syncopation at the end of the chorus. Really, really cool. I think this is a good follow-up to such a in-your-face rocker. Number 5, I get worried because it's Mary of Mercy. Back to the plaintive piano. Although, if I was to put a plaintive piano song, I would put it track 5, track 6. So better placement than the opener. But this one has more get up and go. The drums come in, the guitars come in. Claudio's vocals in here are really, really great as well. Track 6, Blindside Sunny, was one of the singles, and this is one that had me excited because it's very different vocal-wise for Claudio. It's almost like his version of Dave Grohl's scream singing. It really picks up the tempo from the last song. It's a real rocker. I get almost some later era My Chemical Romance vibes from this song and the next song, so I'm definitely into it. Yep. And I love the transition from the end of Blindside Sunny into Play the Poet. There's kind of a sampled drum part that kind of goes right into this track. Like I said, the vocals have a very Danger Days My Chemical Romance feel. The song's all over the place in the best way, and I love it. A really awesome heavy breakdown. The breakdowns that happen in some of these songs are really, really cool and kind of add that little proggy element of kind of the tempo changes in a really great way. And then we go into One Last Miracle, bringing it down after the heaviness. Love the chorus, though. It's really bright and uplifting, and it's a good contrast to the murky verses, and especially a good contrast to the heaviness of the last 2 songs. It really does well with playing with that light and dark kind of situation. Then we follow it up with Corner My Confidence. It's the acoustic song. It is good. Claudio's vocals, really great, but I like the rocking Coheed more than the acoustic. But we get kind of more rocking with Someone Who Can. Good uplift from the acoustic break. I love how upbeat and almost 80s inspired the synths are on this track. It feels like it's very much kind of harkening back to that time period, but really great. And then we get into the suite at the end of the album, the Continuum suite. So this first part, the Continuum 1, Welcome to Forever, Mr. Nobody. Love the heaviness of the riffage in this song. I love when prog bands do suites like this. You think about Magnum Opus from Kansas, or the Cygnus X1 kind of stuff from Rush. This is a really great start to it. Continuum 2, The Flood. I love the shift around the 3-minute mark. Really gives it a prog feel that I look for in the suite like this. It's the longest track on the album at over 6 minutes, but it doesn't feel like it, in my opinion. Then the Continuum 3, Tethered Together. Piano makes its return. The song has a good build-up to it going towards the chorus, which I really appreciate. And there's almost these swirling background vocals in the last chorus that kind of really hit my ear. And then we end off with the Continuum 4, So It Goes. And this was not what I was expecting from a closing song on this album. It almost feels like their riff on Mr. Blue Sky by ELO. Like, it has that upbeat tempo to it, that bounce to it. And it even kind of ends with an orchestral flair. Yep. And I was like, okay, we're ending the album this way. That's really different. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't expecting it. So this album kept me on my toes. It never bored me, which I really appreciate. Like, I didn't think anything sounded the same. Like, I thought that it really gave a lot of variety. And I really appreciated that. It's not my favorite Coheed and Cambria album, but it's one that I think the more I listen to it, the more I find things to enjoy from it. So let's start with you, Dad. Just like BC ripped the Band-Aid off with BB, I'll rip the Band-Aid off with you.
Okay. I didn't know what to expect with this album, but whatever I expected, this was not it. I'm not saying if that's good or bad.
No, I understand that.
This is one of the bands, usually when Dylan brings up, I kind of cringe a little bit. But when we did that one song on that one episode, I thought it was good. Mm-hmm. So Yesterday's Lost starts out with a little piano, some synths in the background there. There's some dull, acoustic, muted strumming. The soft vocals come in. I was kind of a little like, okay, not what I expected. Very Pink Floyd feeling, I think, in the beginning there. It's not exactly blowing me away yet, or it may or may not. The vocals were nice. I don't know if I've ever described anyone.
Well, the vocals are nice.
Before. Okay.
And you usually would say that you don't like Claudio's vocals.
Well, sometimes I like some of the other stuff I've heard. I didn't know it was a girl singing or not.
He has a very high range, for sure.
Goodbye Sunshine. A little muted chug. Vocals start right away. Then it kicks up some. There's some cool layered parts in there. But it gets into a good rocking pace. There's a loud strumming chorus. And I get a My Chemical Romance feel off of this track right off the bat. And like I said, I've not disliked very little from those guys. So I really like the vocal cadence. I have a line in here highlighted that I will read later. Okay. The layered vocals are great. There's some cool leads in some parts. The drumming is really good. Very My Chemical Romance feeling. Not bad. Search for Tomorrow, rapid start, good head bobbing feel in there. The vocals are rapping. I like the fast strumming. So like the that fast strumming stuff, kind of like Foo Fighter-ish, like how that is like when they're singing like that. But it has that feel, but it's not. It's hard to describe. The lead fills are really crisp. The production on this album is great. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Rockhead song's got a little. Fuzzy, kind of heavy feel for the solo section. Bass is killer. I like that one. Father of Make Believe, title track. It's got like a big start to it. Background's there. And for the on and on part, I think is very cool. Goes to a little chug for the verse. No solo in this one, but I don't hold it against them because there's some pretty cool leads throughout the song. Decent one. Mary of Mercy, they spelled Meri, which is weird. Like a little plinky piano starting there. Cool drum beat comes in. Vocally, this has more of a pop feel to it, I think. More of that heavy strumming. And then it goes back to a little plinky piano in the middle. Drums come back in, kicks back up. This one's just okay for me. Blindside, Sonny Pooney is the next one. Loud lead guitar plays in, rapid drums. Screeching vocals, like the vocals are different on this one. It's got a little punk feel for the chorus. The pace in the verses are very cool. Got some yeah-yeahs in there, so I'm in for that. I like the bridge for the after the second chorus. Then it goes back to the chorus. The drumming is great on this one, and this one kind of just fades into the next song. Play the Poet. Some weird computer effects at the beginning. Still fast paced with a weird feel to it. The guitars are really heavy on this one. Some leads through it again. I think that's how they get away with not doing a lot of solos. That there's a lot of leads throughout the song. So there's no on a lot of these songs. There's no really weird, really solo break on it, but you do get a lot of leads throughout the songs. Really heavy for the last third of the song. Then it goes back to that chorus. This one's weird, but it's fun. And I don't even want to know what the story of this whole fucking thing is, by the way.
It's an epic space.
Yeah.
Grand scale.
One Last Miracle. I like this one. There's some great drum fills sprinkled in there. Another song with a My Chemical Romance feel in there. But even with that said about the leads and stuff like that, I would prefer to have some solos in there. Because we don't get one on this one. Corner My Confidence, acoustic guitar, heartfelt vocals. I can't even say this comment. I gotta save this one for later too. I was hoping this album came later. Okay. I'll say my comment on that one for later. Someone Who Can, back to the more like harder type songs. I really like the vocals on this one. I can't. There's a. I can't place who this song reminds me of. Like, it put me like, boom, what is that? And I still have not figured it out. So I got to listen to it a little more. Like, it hit me instantly, but it was gone that quick. But I like the feel of this one, though. There's some chugging after the chorus for the next verse. Great drumming in there. Excellent melodic leads before the vocals for the latter part of the song. Good one. A little poppy feel to it. We get into the Continuum one. Welcome to Forever, Mr. Nobody. A little heavy fuzz tone for this one. Some leads. Very robotic feel to the lyrics, or to the vocals. I'm like, it's good, though. I don't mind it. Cool pace for the vocals, though. And I don't mind the effect on the vocals because it's used only here. Like, you don't hear it a lot. You don't hear it throughout the rest of the album. Yeah. The Flood, another song. With the plunky guitars, a lot of layered vocals, and there's some weird notes that give it a really weird feel. There's a dramatic change that gets pretty heavy, some heavy chug. Then there's another spacey part. The drumming on this one is, again, fantastic. Tethered Together, Part 3. This one gets pretty intense. I like the chorus in this one. The bass stump's pretty good, and this one kind of stands out. We get a little short lead break. Not too bad. Comes together at the end. It's got a little Galloping Maiden kind of feel at the end, I think. That was pretty cool. So it goes, Part 4 for the thing. Starts it with the volume swell. And I'll read exactly what the volume swell comes in. Sort of a Queen feel to it. Kind of bouncy. Little too happy crappy for me, though, however. There's lots of leads playing in the background. The bass is pretty crazy on this one. This has the weirdness of some of the early Queen stuff that we did on the 2x2, like Queen 1, Queen 2. And it goes down for sort of a like dreamy, dramatic, like symphonic ending. Odd ending, but very, very Queen-like. And I will come back to some comments later.
Okay.
But I liked it. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't hate it. There were some really cool parts on there, but I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty cool. It wasn't bad. I didn't hate it.
Nice. I'm expanded the palette. You know,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Little palette expansion.
Okay, BB, what'd you think?
All right, I think these guys. I'm wondering if these guys are like Tool, like musicians love these guys. Because there are certain songs, there has to be 87 instruments in them. I'm like, I hear more shit in this whole fucking album that I would, like, never pick up. And I'm like doing like the bird head. I'm like
the production is really cool on it, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
especially
spacing
towards the end,
things.
I have a couple written down, like damn. But, opens up with Yesterday's Lost. Like everybody, like you said, it has like a softer start. Almost I wrote down Simon and Garfunkel like. The orchestra music in the background and parts. Very weird opening. Song number 2, Goodbye Sunshine. And just like you said, I wrote down damn. I thought that was a female singer at the beginning of this song. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
but then the vocals change, and the vocals are great all the way through the song after that. Very upbeat, good guitar parts in that one. Song number 3, Searching for Tomorrow. Very radio friendly to me. There's like that. There's that crazy musical solo in different parts that I have no clue what they're playing. Song number 4, Father of Make Believe. Great vocal delivery. Tons of time changes. Good rocker. Song number 5, Mary of Mercy. Another great vocal delivery. There's soft piano parts in there. Cool drum parts. Another song that's really busy. Song number 6, Blindside Sunny. Good rocker. Great guitar start. Some gruff vocals in there that are really, really good. Song number 7, Play the Poet. This sounds like there's 5 different vocalists with 5 different types of music in this song. Super busy in this one for me. Song number 8, One Last Miracle. Another radio-friendly song. Super catchy. Big vocals in that one. Love that one. Song number 9, Corner My Confidence. I wrote down acoustic masterpiece because I think this album is so busy.
Yeah.
I get to something like this,
It's a good,
my
cleanser.
brain can understand it and comprehend it all. You hated it.
Was that Corner My Confidence?
Corner
Yeah.
My Confidence, yeah.
Harmonies for days.
That's my
Keyboards underneath the vocals are fantastic. I go, finally, a song that's not busy that I can actually understand and appreciate. Song number 10, Someone Who Can. Nice head bobbin rocker. Some great melodies in there. More crazy time changes. 11, Welcome to Forever, Mr. Nobody. Heavy riffs, killer drums. Good rocker. Song number 12, The Flood. Drums and keyboard underneath this are absolutely phenomenal. And then the music changes halfway through it, and that I really like the second half of that song. Song number 13, Tethered Together. This song starts like it's a Disney movie. The instruments are very earthy. Harmonies for days on the chorus again, but they're absolutely great. And song number 14, So It Goes. I thought it was backwards music when it started. I thought they were playing something backwards, like backwards music. And then you said Bouncy Queen. I literally go Bouncy Beatles.
Okay.
The Bouncy Beatles song intro that kind of turns into a little bit of a Green Day song. There's a violin. There's a barroom piano. There's music credits, scene music, and it ends with a xylophone. This is almost like one of those supreme pizzas you get. And they put like sardines and olives on it. You want to take off the sardines and the olives. It'd be pretty good. That's how I describe this album.
Okay, very fair. And I thought I had, but I did. I sent, when Blindside Sunny came out as a single, I sent it to the the ballad group, and Sunny said, I was like, hey, look, they're honoring you, Sunny. And Sunny went, they must be. It's only 2 minutes long versus the 15-minute prog rock songs they normally do. So. Okay, BC, what'd you think?
All right. These guys sum it up greatly. I mean, I listen to this album more than any other ones because I'm dying to totally love these guys for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Force feeding it.
But there's just so much going on. I mean, like, not necessarily. I don't mean bad. I just there's so much going on every time. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it, and then it changes, and then vocally, it just I don't know how to explain myself.
Yeah.
That's why I tried writing stuff down for this. I'm thinking, I can't put in words everything I'm listening to, and there's some parts I can definitely do without. I think BB talked about pizza taking off. This is like the kitchen sink. If you could take out a few cups here and there and a dish here and there, and the sink wouldn't be that bad. And I don't mean bad.
Yeah.
Bad's a bad term to say that. But I find myself enjoying it. I just can't explain it.
Yeah. There are certain parts. His vocals are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
And I'm
and
like,
then there's our
why
parts
do you
that's like-
just stick to that?
Yeah.
And then it goes.
And then it sounds like your girl's.
And is it characters? Is it different
Yeah,
characters?
so
Oh,
that's
okay.
basically it.
Then that's
The
what it
whole thing is like, this is a band that really does well with like analysis. Like, if you're like a mega obsessive fan, this is kind of the band for you because like they write books like that like go along with the story. Like they have comics out there. Like, yeah, basically he's doing different characters like throughout the thing.
That's what I figured.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And like it's been like a 12 album story, and like like you said, like there's so much in there.
But that's
that, like,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, but
12
like
album story. That
Right.
that,
But like if you don't know that, like
Yeah.
it does leave you wondering. But that was just in the back of my head. It's got to be for different characters.
Yeah.
But like if you don't know that, you're
No,
like, what
I
is
mean-
he singing?
Yeah.
Like just sing this fucking song.
why can't you just sing in this tone? Like you said.
They're-
Right.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
there's a couple
every
of
song.
them
There's
are
a
really
couple
good.
of them, but then they're all over the place.
They're a tough casual listen. They're very good for a fan listen. It's like Dream Theater, but like if Dream Theater decided we're just gonna do Metropolis parts to like 23 instead of like
Parts 48.
yeah.
How do these guys play live? Do they just do a mix of everything?
Yeah,
They don't do like a story for the show, do
no,
they?
it's not like TSO. They basically do a mix. Like they'll play songs from like basically all their albums, just because like the songs do stand up well like on their own.
Live, yeah.
But like
Because I googled it.
Yeah.
YouTubed.
Did we see these guys open for Maiden?
I want to say we did.
I think we did. I don't know.
Because I'm watching YouTube, and I'm going, I could have swore because the guy
I
has
know.
that hair.
Yeah. The
As soon as I see that hair,
Claudia's
I'm
hair
like,
is
yeah.
epic.
Because they're like Fate's Warning. I know we saw them. Didn't they open for Sabotage in Scranton? I don't know. But like it seems like a band that I've seen.
And they're a
But I
band
can't
that, like,
place exactly when I've seen them, but I think they opened for Maiden.
I want to say the open for me.
like their crowd will know like all the words.
Right.
Like they're that kind of band. Right?
And they just played around here too.
Yeah, they played up Montage with Mastodon.
Yeah, Dylan blew
And
it.
I missed it because I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, I don't think I'm feeling it.
Yeah, as soon as I see that hair, I'm like, we see these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Claudio
don't know.
Sanchez is very hard to miss. With that hair, the hair is so cool.
All right.
Had to be made.
So there's Coheed and Cambria's, what's that called?
Father of Make Believe.
Father of Make Believe. And so we did BC's Wednesday 13 album.
Mid-Death Crisis.
Mid-Death Crisis. I can't fucking think of anything here. So we're going to do, our gem song is going to be obviously from an album from 2025. And I'm going to let Dylan pick it this week.
Yeah, so this week we're going to take a track off of the Trick or Treat album Ghosted that came out April 25th. And the track is called Craven Road. So Future Me, play it.
Taste of terror, legends sold on paper, visions still untold. Yet the nightmares creep inside, draw the shadows hide. Ink is staining the pages of my mind. His thoughts are fright. Zombies, demons, even pink. Rabbits want me to die. Through the fog of Craven Road, I stand alone. Reach and whispers all around my nightmares thrown. Dreams I don't have to feel lost. Fighting cold my fear.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed some Craven Road from Trick or Treat from the Ghosted album, of course, from 2025. So I came up next in the rotation. So I talked about this band, I don't know, a little while ago, maybe a couple weeks ago or so. I brought them up, I think, maybe on what we're listening to kind of thing. So I went back, I checked the album out, and I figured, you know what, fuck it. I said, I'm gonna do this one. It's a short album. It's 38 minutes long. Came out on the 11th of April. And it's from a band called Rock Out, and it's called Let's Call It Rock and Roll. I consider these guys to be a mix of Airborne and Massive Wagons, because there's parts and a lot of parts in the songs where I could hear both of these guys in this band. And these guys are from Switzerland, and this is their third album. And here's the band. I apologize for name pronunciations on this one. Florian Batachir is vocals and lead guitar. Luca Gefeller is on bass. David Bardashi is on drums. And Severin Held is the other guitar player. So I totally apologize. I butchered at least 2 out of 4, but probably 3 out of 4. But this album just came on my radar. I said it whenever I talked about it that I was listening to whatever on Apple Music, and it came up one of the things, you know, if you like this band, check these guys out. No, you know what? I think I saw the name somewhere, and I thought it was like a fuck around band. Like, it kind of seems like a cliche name. You know what I mean? What do you call it? We're called Rock Out. You know what I mean? We're called Rock Out. You know, yeah. But and so I'm like, I'll check them out. So I checked them out, and I really enjoyed it. So I figured I would throw the album out there for y'all right now. Opens up with The Boys Are Back. Not The Boys Are Back in Town. Starts out with a good loose riff. It's got little Hammond organ accent there. The vocals are pretty raspy. The guitars are crunchy. I like the pre-chorus is really good. I love how he sings it. How he sings the pre-chorus a little higher. Excellent takeoff kind of solo in there. Fits perfectly. Killer drums at the end of the solo. Back to the pre-chorus. The gang vocals at the end. Really, really good rockin' start, I think, for these guys. Let's Call It Rock and Roll. Title track is next. Band singing the title as it kicks in, which I really love when bands do that. Great driving feel for the verses. I love the oh mama, let's call it rock and roll. And that reminds me of someone else too. I can't quite place it. Like, the guitars are choppy though. There's the lead up to the solo is a little odd. I don't know if they just didn't know what the fuck to do or whatever, but it seems a little weird. But then once it gets going, it's just great. Good time rock and roll like type song. Totally 2 for 2 for me. American Way. This one has kind of a little poppier feel for it. This one has a Massive Wagons feel to it, especially in the pre-chorus and the chorus. Great feel to it. No real solo in there. There's a melodic guitar line at the end that is pretty cool. Pump It Up is the next song. Good hard feel to the start. Goes a little more up-tempo than the last song. Good chug. Simple chorus. Good background vocals. The pump it up is pretty cool. Simple but good and effective. Excellent ripping solo. The band is freaking killing it underneath. Great build back into the song after the solo. Great sing-along feel to it. Dynamite, not Scorpions Dynamite, by the way. I like the build in this one. A great kick up. Excellent chug for the verses. Some oh-ohs in there, which boom, I am downfield on that shit. Background vocals are cool. I like there's a spoken word thing with some oh-ohs going on there. There's a great build that builds it back into the song. Although kick-ass solo would have been great on this one. Kind of like an Airborne type solo would have just fit so fucking good on this one. Next song is HCRNRSM, which is Hardcore Rock and Roll Sex Machine. BB's pointing at BC, so I don't know. You guys decide.
All right, you could be it this week.
All right. Rapid chug on this one. Kicks up just under a minute. Takes a little while to get going there. The vocal cadence is really good. Some ripping leads for early solo in there. Fun song. I Want to Live. Great start with the title. They sing it right off the bat. Loose riff in there. Good driving for the verses. I like how the songs are mostly the chorus. The choruses are really good, and they really take advantage of that. There's not too many lyrics to remember. You know what I mean? Like some songs are just really chorus based, and I like that. I like that this song gets a little more intense at the end. Friggin' killer song. It's a little ballad time now. Actually, it's weird because when I was doing this album, right, I'm thinking, okay, because I did this one old school, these album reviews, except for Dylan's album. So we were away for the weekend. I was just writing this shit down, and it came on, and I'm like, oh, it's ballad time. I literally wrote ballad time down for the fucking song title, but it's actually called Tears Are the Rain.
Tears Are the
Okay,
Rain.
so I'm like, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's not the name of the song, but it is ballad time. However,
Wouldn't that make things so much easier if they just named every ballad time?
I know,
It's
I know. Ballad time
Bastard.
68. Piano start, soft vocals one, and I didn't really vibe with this at the first couple times. Even when I wrote this, I put, which I really don't care for, but it's grown on me since then. Good build when the band comes in. I really do like the chorus. The melodic solo is fantastic. And like I said, I really ended up liking this one. The solo is fucking killer. Melodic solo in this one. I really like this one. I was and that's like a lot of things too. Like, because like if you don't like it off the bat, then it grows on you. You kind of like it even more.
Yeah.
Hit Me's the next song. Kicks in pretty quick. Good upper mid tempo thing. Back to the Massive Wagons feel, I think. Excellent solo. I really like the melodicness of this one. There's some na-na-nas out there. How can you not? Come on. Last track on the album, Don't Call Me Honey. Heavy riff. Great drums in this one. Killer vocal cadence in this one. The chorus is fun. I love the big chorus, and there's like a little in between the vocals. It still goes on. Killer solo. This song is fantastic. Some cowbell at the end. Just an amazing album closer. This is one that, little less than 40 minutes, and it didn't disappoint. I really, really enjoyed this one. All right, so Dylan, since you weren't familiar with this one, you were familiar with the other ones. Let's have you go first on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, so I'm listening to this album, and I'm liking it. I'm not loving it, and I think I finally kind of figured out why. It feels like it's kind of all the same. It feels almost like somebody went on ChatGPT and kind of put into the AI, make a hard rock record with classic hard rock themes, and this was kind of the album that came out, where it all kind of just feels like well trod path. There's nothing really special or eye opening for me with it. I don't know. It just feels like each of these songs is yep, that's a hard rock song with the typical hard rock.
You don't think it's fun? You don't think it's a fun album?
It's fun.
Dylan is the enemy of fun.
And I was
He's turning it right around on you.
and I was also thinking and you didn't, so I couldn't use it against you. But I was if you were gonna have problems with Claudio being high, as high as he is, this guy goes into the sonosphere with it, especially that first song. I'm like, holy shit! It's a well made album, but I don't it just kind of left my mind as soon as I finished it, I guess. It was good. It wasn't bad, but it was kind of okay, I've heard this before type of situation,
All right. All right, BB. Put
right.
some sense into the boy.
Yeah, the first time I listened to this album, I thought the vocals were very nasally, except there's one I think is a little bit different, which are really good. But the 2 or 3 times I actually listened to this, it kind of started growing on me. I got a different
Stockholm syndrome.
That's coming up.
All right, we're going to start off with The Boys Are Back. Very deep purplish on that one, just because of the electric organ in there. There's some cool background vocals, nice twangy solo. The outro music is really good. The harmonies in this one, great opening track. Song number 2, Let's Call It Rock and Roll. A good toe tapper, super catchy. Another good solo in that one. Song number 3, American Way. Mid-tempo rocker, fun song. Song number 4, Pump It Up. This was it has a nice AC/DC or Crocus beat to it. The gang vocals at the chorus are great. Another killer solo. Song number 5, Dynamite. A straightforward rocker. Good gang vocals again in there. Like you said, a little woes in there for Wrighty. great build, especially like the outro music as it takes us out of the song. A great build to that section. HCR NRSM, another fun rocker, more great guitar work in there. I really like the drums in that one. It seemed like they were more prominent than a couple of the other songs. Song number 7, I Wanna Live. Vocally, my favorite one. I think this is the one. It's a little different than the rest. It's not. It's delivered different. It's more clear. It's not as raspy, nasally. I don't know what I want to say there, but it was definitely my favorite one on that one. Like I just wrote, kind of like a softer Airborne. Song number 8, Tears of the Rain. Slow piano with a nice build into a very fast verse. This song has a little bit of a roller coaster-ish to it. But like Wright said, the solo in this song, I love when a solo doesn't fit the song and it just fucking takes off. This is that solo. Poof, gone. Song number 9, Hit Me. Another mid-tempo rocker, another feel-good rocker. Good pace to this one, good chug. And song number 10, Don't Call Me Honey. Good rockin' closer. Is that a wood block or is that like a wooden cowbell they're using that towards the end there?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's a.
I'm like, ooh, a wood block? I'm like, ooh. They're showing up Coheed and Cambria because they didn't use the wood block in their 87 instruments in the other album.
They did. You just didn't hear it.
Oh, we had to get it in on this one.
Yeah, like I said, this album actually, it kind of grew on me after a couple of times I listened to it. Yeah, nothing to complain about. Good rocker.
All right. BC, what do you got for me, buddy?
I came home, I think it was Monday night. I was trying to get the yard work done before
Monsoons
of rain came through, so I threw in the old earbuds. Going through the yard and playing this. I found myself like
rocking out.
And then like before you know it, I'm like, it sounds like it's very short.
It's over.
It's over before you know it. It is like, oh, it's going through again. So there are two. I mean, I find myself enjoying it, fun. I mean, is it new world or breaking new ground? No. But sometimes simple is just
solid.
Is that a good word to say? Solid. But I mean, yeah. Again, nothing. Oh my God, they're going to blow you away. But I found it. I left it on a few times. So you two guys' albums were the ones I listened to the most. Because I listened to their albums 1,700 times already.
That's right.
Yeah, you've already gone through those many times.
God bless you. All right, BB. What do you got for us?
There you go.
He's got some Brother Dario.
Yeah. The running joke of the Potter Than Hell podcast, we're finally going to talk about this album from Dark Chapel. Spirit in the Glass is released February 28th of this year, of course. The members of this band are Dario Lorona on guitar and vocals, Brody DeGrazi on guitar, Mike Gunn on bass, and Luis Silva on drums.
Thanks, Mike, for having an easy name, huh?
Whew, man. Yeah, so this album is pretty much Alice in Chains, Soundgarden with a sprinkle of Black Label without the pinch harmonics in it. That's exactly how I'm going to describe this. So me growing up, graduating 91, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, right in my wheelhouse when I graduated. Love those bands. And this is just kind of builds off that, that grunge foundation. It gives this music in 2025 a different feel, which I really appreciated and I really enjoyed. This album opens up with song number 1, Afterglow. Big chugging riffs in there, out front drum sounds. Dario's vocals are heavy but soft. I love the echoing in certain lines and certain words that they do on his vocals. A crazy, crazy killer solo, which you will probably hear that 11 times. Song number 2, Afterglow. Big chugging riffs. Out front. I'm sorry. Song number 2, Hollow Smile. Killer drum beat. Cool time changes in this one. They actually do a dual solo in this one. Nice abrupt ending with that one. Another great 1-2 punch on this album. Song number 3, We Are Remade. More Alice in Chains vocal echoing in this one. Song gets a little faster after the crazy solo that he does. Silly. There's like a silly toy piano ending on this one, like for 32 seconds, which I don't understand. I don't even know why it's there. It doesn't even fit the song, but it's there. Song number 4, Corpse Flower. Upbeat groove, cool drum fills in this one. I love a song with 2 solos in it, and this song definitely has it. Haunting church bells in the background at certain parts, which gave it a little different feel. Song number 5, Glass Heart. I love this one. The verses are slower than the chorus. I love the whiny guitar parts in this one to Dario's guitar. There's certain guitar tone, little whine in there. And the solo in this one is just fucking sick bananas. Drums are nice and crisp, very loud on that one. Song number 6, Dead Weight. Piano and piano only. I think the vocals are good. I love when there's more echoing and layer to his vocals. They, just like the other song, they'll echo a word or a line throughout the whole song. The ending part vocally is not good. He tries to hit maybe like a higher note, and he just can't hit it, and it kind of ruins the song at the end. Song number 7, Dark Waters. Dario and Brody do an acoustic almost duet. Certain parts I hear a little Chris Cornell in there. I don't like how they put the 2 slower songs together. I think I told BC that the first time I listened to it. Song number 8, it picks back up with All the Remains. Has some like dirty, sleazy, soulful riffs there to start off. There's more of a Soundgarden sound to this one. Another great solo. The second half of the song has a fun, different like groove to it. And it has like a fun fade out for you, Wrighty. So I'm sure that's definitely in your notes. You love a good fade out. Song number 9, Gravestone Humanity. Mid-tempo rocker. There's some cool parts in there. They hit that I don't know, is it like the bell part of the cymbal, especially like at the outro music. It just keeps, it's just so cool to hear that. Another great dual solo in the outro solo. And song number 10, Bullet in Your Chamber. Rockin' has almost like a bluesy, soulful closer. Some good drum fills in there. Very soulful, melodic solo to this one. I think it was a great ending song. Definitely a different rocker for that album. Dylan.
Okay, so I like this album quite a bit. Was I overhyped to it because of the two of you going on and on about it? Perhaps. I think that on the whole, this is a fantastic album. I have 2 problems with it. The first problem is Dario's vocals. I don't think they have enough like depth to them. Like there's not that like bottom part of it that like Zach's has, for instance, that like gives it the power. Like it feels like he hits the notes, but it's not like there's nothing kind of behind it, if that makes any sense. I think he sounds better actually on the slower songs than he does on like the rocking songs. But I do like when they have the like kind of group vocals. I think that helps his vocals out quite a bit. And he, of course, he works really well with the group vocals.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's done a lot of them with Black Label Society. And the second part was what you brought up. The fact that they put the 2 slow songs together on the album is crazy. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Especially, like, how rocking the rest of the album is. You space those out.
Yep.
Like, put the one up, like, track 5, keep the other one down where, like, low where it is. And that would have been perfect. Like, it ruins the pacing of the album.
Yeah.
Completely.
Super front heavy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because you're thinking, like, oh, it's just going to be a straight-on rock album, which is fine. And then you get the slow songs in the album are fine as well. But you need to space them out.
For sure.
But besides those 2 things, I thought this was a fantastic album. I think that there's, like, enough of a sprinkling of Black Label that you could tell, okay, I get where he's coming from, but he branches out. Yeah. Like, I like the Alice in Chains inspiration, you know, the kind of grungy, like 90s-esque stuff that he brings to it. So I really enjoyed this album for sure. Besides those two things.
Nice. We'll save the 5-star review for last. Okay.
So go ahead, BC.
Mr. Wright, would you like to review this album, sir?
No. I wouldn't. BB, I love you. BC, I love you too. You guys are smoking crack.
His phone broke when he tried to listen
All
to
right,
the album.
Dark Chapel, Spirit of the Glass came out 2nd of
February.
28th,
February
28th
20
of February, like the last day of because it was a leap year, so it was the last day of the month. So they should have released it on the 29th of this year. Afterglow, heavy riff, some ringing leads in there, kicks up to a good rocker, double bass drumming, and then the fucking vocals begin. It needs a dynamic singer. Just flatline on the fucking vocals. I would rather the fucking guy from Mama Marth sing this shit.
I mean, that's not a
Or
bad singer.
give me the singer from Ailstorm singing the song. It would fucking be great.
God,
The music is killer on
doesn't quite
this.
fit.
Great tempo change in it. Goes back to the original riff. The riff is fantastic. The ringing solo comes in, just fucking killing it. I love the ride cymbal in it. During, but it's not through the whole solo. It's like during parts of the solo. I think it's kind of even better because it kind of breaks it up a little bit. Musically amazing, vocally not so much. Hollow Smile, cool fast riff at the beginning. Kind of reminds me of Stand Up and Shout from Dio. It's got a Stand Up and Shout feel for me, which is never a bad thing for me. It comes down a little bit for the verse, then he starts to sing. I like the bridge after the chorus. There's a really cool breakdown after the bridge. Good stomp to it. I like the suddenness of how the solo comes in. It's just like boom, like just quick jab to the throat. Just blazing solo. Like the layered harmonic parts are very cool in there. The second part of the solo just fucking rips. Then it goes back to the original riff, which I think is cool. Good head bobber. I'll give this one a good one. We Are Remade. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
We Are Remade? Okay, my writing is terrible. Crunchy start, good fist pumping feel to it. I don't mind the vocals on this one. I don't love them, but I don't mind them. They got a little kind of haunting feel to it, but it fits the song, I think. I love the drum production. Hey, the drums are good. I do like the music, but it's getting into BLS territory on this one, I think, which is not a terrible thing.
Go figure.
But like you said, you didn't like that that little piano thing at the end. I thought it was cool. I thought it gave it a really like creepy feel to it. I thought that was very cool.
I wish they did something with that riff. I really like that piano riff. Like,
It was cool. I liked it because Queensryche does that once in a while on some songs. They get a little creepy thing in there. I thought it was very cool.
Like, it would have been cool if that was like almost like an intro to the next song that had that as like a guitar riff.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
That
kind
would
of
be
like
cool.
how at the end of Rats that has like the
Corpse Flower, next song. That would have been a cool name for a track on the Wednesday 13 album, by the way.
Yeah.
Different feel to it. It's got a little cool riff there, a little convoluted drums. This though, the layering of the vocals, like one of his voice is bad, but like multiple layers of it is like, ooh. I love the vocals on it. Ronnie Romero, where the fuck are you? He would be perfect to sing on this fucking album. Right before the solo, the tempo sort of has a gallop to it. It goes into the solo. The solo is great. Really short, but more soloing and less singing would be good. And actually, see those three little marks right there?
Uh-huh.
Now, if you'll notice on some of my other reviews, I'll do little hash marks and stuff for songs I really like. I put the hash marks on this one because this is where I had to shut the fucking album off and take a break from it. I honestly, God, I wrote it down. I had to take a break and listen to the new Ailstorm album, which is way better. So I took a break from it. I came back to it like 3 days later. For
Dude, he
Glass,
must have got heat stroke from last week.
Glass Heart was the next one. Loose riff, little stuttering drums there. Got a sort of dreamy vocals for the verse, which is okay. The choppy guitars kick in. I do like that. Like, there's like a loose riff in there. Like, the riffage is great on this. Like, there's some really cool riffs and shit on here. Solo starts with some dual guitar harmonies, which is cool, then rips it up pretty good. There's a fuzz effect for the second part of the solo that I think is different and very cool. Did he play all the solos on this?
Yes.
Okay. I thought why did I think Zach played on this at all?
No, the only thing he has to do with Zach is his guitar. It's a wild audio guitar.
Oh, okay. I do like that fuzz part there. Then the singing goes back in. Now, how do you make a dismal album fucking worse? Put 2, and this first one is named perfectly, Dead Weight. Piano starts, talk about slamming the fucking brakes on. I don't mind the vocals, but it's just blah. Like, this song is boring. And yes, I put this song is fucking dead weight. Now, back to my comment from Dylan's album. On song number 2, Goodbye Sunshine, I put muted chug when the vocals start right away, then it kicks up to some layered parts. Good rocking pace, loud strumming chorus, kind of feels like My Chemical Romance. I really like the vocal cadence. I already like this more than the whole Dark Chapel album. And then on, because this fits right in. All that remains is the next song. Dark Waters. Acoustic start, playing sound to it. Fucking kill me now. Layered vocals, snoozer, boring as fuck. So in Corner of My Confidence, track number 9 on Dylan on the Coheed album, yep. I put acoustic guitar and heartfelt vocals. This is how you do a song like this, Dario. Nice song. Okay. And I highlighted there. This is no fun for me.
Sweet. This is even better.
What do we got next here? Gravestone Humanity. Cool title. A little more up tempo. Good feel to it. The drum tone is great. I think the production on this album is very good. Very good. And the drums are great.
I forgot to mention, I thought he said Gravestone Manatee. I'm like, uh-oh.
Same thing.
Get that manatee back to the
The vocals are not as bad for me on this one. Little more whiny. The solo's good at the start, but then like it gets better as the tempo picks up, because I like that too. Like when a solo starts and then like the tempo picks up and then it really starts to rip. I think that's a really cool thing that bands do, and he did it very well on this one. Bullet in Our Chamber. This has got a Foo Fighters feel to it for me. The guitar tone at the start for the like Foo Fighters. That's what then it goes down for a little slow tempo. Yeah, this one sucks too. Short bluesy solo. That's not bad, but like the bluesy solo at the end is really really good, but terrible album ender. I'm sorry, you guys. I tried. I honestly tried, and I'm like, when I'm going into this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing all the way through, and I'm gonna do my thing. I fucking couldn't do it. I just couldn't fucking do it. If Ronnie Romero or Ripper Owens or Eric Grunwald sang on this album, this would be one of the best albums in the last fucking 10 years. It just brings it down for me. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Zach's, but I would rather Zach sing on this fucking album. He's talented. The solos are great. There's lots of great riffs on this album. The production is great. The drums are great. The band is great. But just like, I wish there was someone that said, dude, I know it's your album, your solo album. Let someone else fucking sing. Same thing with like the Chris Caffrey album. Dude, you're not a vocalist. Don't do this. Get someone else in here.
That's right.
How
Ted
much
Nugent.
better would this be, huh?
That's right, Ted Nugent.
That's not true at all. I would love Ted to sing on this fucking album, although it's not Ted type music. But I don't know. I'm not going to apologize, but like there's some great shit on it. There's some really great shit on here. But just like vocally, it just fucking kills me. So I wonder where this is going to be in my rankings.
BC, talk about your number 2 album of the year, please. As of right now.
Dark Chapel. Come on. There's the first of the night. I mean, BB, what can we say about this album other than greatness? Come on. I mean, I agree. I mean, like Steve said, great production, everything musically. It has everything. I don't think the vocals are that bad. They're not that good, but they're not that bad. I mean, but How a Smile, to me, I love that fucking. First time I heard it, I was like, fuck. Course Flower, Glass Heart. Another one of my favorites, Gravestone Humanity. I just love that riff.
Yeah.
I think I almost blew the speakers out in the Jeep. I fucking turn it so loud when that comes up. I find it
Then
good.
you turn it down when he sings, right?
No. I get sing louder than he does. But musically, I love this album. Music, I mean, it has great production, I think, and for his first album. I think it's great. I mean, the weakest spot probably would be the two slow songs together.
Yeah, together was not good.
If Dylan said, if you separate them, okay.
They're good individually.
Individually, yeah, but back to back.
I thought they were good. I thought he sounds the best on the slow songs, honestly. I think his voice fits the slow songs better.
He has a good richness when he sings slower than the higher stuff. Other than the two slow songs together, that's my only negative to the whole album. Be a great pick.
Alrighty, that's it.
He's signing for Dark Chapel.
He's ordering the deluxe,
joining the Dark
deluxe
Chapel clergy.
vinyl.
I'm calling my drug dealer. I need a bump. All right, so there's our album. So we had Wednesday 13 for BC. We had Coheed and Cambria for Dylan. We had Rock Out for myself. We had Dark Chapel for BB. Regardless of how I feel about any albums or stuff, it's great that it's new stuff. You know what I mean? People are still being creative, putting out music. There's the 18th fucking spam call of the day. Sorry. It's just... I've said it a billion times. Like, people that are not checking out new music are missing out on a lot of great stuff. Like I said, I understand. You know, you're in your you know, we're older, we're stuck in our ways, but like, you know, just take a chance. Take a chance. Like if you like Dream Theater type stuff or Tool type stuff, like try the Coheed and Cambria. If you like the Rob Zombie stuff and some of the Alice Cooper stuff, throw Wednesday 13. If you like Airborne or Massive Wagons or Crocus or something like, throw on Rock Out. If you like Black Label Society or stuff like that, try the Dark Chapel stuff. You know, you may be surprised that you actually, you know, that you like it, and you're like, wow. So maybe that will be a catalyst to, you know, check out something else new. And let me look real quick, and this is just the stuff that I have written down. So far this year, I numbered them so it was easier. So there's ones that I didn't write down. So probably there's at least 60 albums this year that I have checked out. New albums from this year. So there's something for everyone there. Whether you're a classic Kiss fan or a Maiden fan or whatever, check something out. If anyone wants, I will screenshot the albums and I will send it to you. I'll send it to you guys if you want, because I know I usually end up doing that towards the end of the year anyways, to see in case someone missed something. So there's so much new stuff out there. We'll go around, we'll give our final words, rank the albums, and we'll get up on out of here. We'll head out to the porch and have a little cocktail. What you got, Dylan?
I enjoyed all of these albums tonight. There wasn't one that I disliked, I'll say. Like, of course, my mileage on each of them varied, but I thought that they all had, like, net positive, like, to me. I think if I had to rank them, I would go Wednesday 13 number 1, just because, like, that's just kind of the feel that I'm in, even though it's summertime. I like that. I love the spooky, you know, horror punk metal stuff.
It's fun.
I go Coheed number 2 because I think it's a fantastic album. Played really well. You know, Coheed will always be like a like how do they do this kind of band for me. Number 3 is going to be Dark Chapel. Just I enjoyed it very much. And then number 4 is going to be the album that you had, Dad. I don't think I said that it's not a bad album, like when I was reviewing it. It just felt kind of like run-of-the-mill, you know, hard rock to me, where like nothing really like light bulb moment happened for me with that album. But they were all good to listen to for me. Like I wasn't like, oh, when's this gonna end for any of them. So that's a good indicator. And you can listen to a selection of some of the songs from those albums on our Spotify playlist of the week, and that'll be in the show notes. So check it out. Let us know what some of your favorite albums so far this year have been. That you might end up getting some of the albums that you recommend on our top 10 lists if we haven't checked them out. I love getting recommendations from people because
I do too.
You know, it opens you up to new things. So,
All right.
And thanks everybody for keeping an open mind with Coheed and Cambria.
All right. BB.
Yeah, this is a great episode. No matter how much we like to pick on each other, we're listening to new music, and we have to be thankful that these guys are out there making new music. We're listening to them. We're enjoying them. There's fucking 60 albums in our genre of music being made. Like you said before, like this music is not dead at all. There's so much music out there. There's more music now than there ever was. So, go out there and check that out. Check all these bands that branch off all of these albums because there's some really good music out there. Surprisingly, number one for me was Wednesday 13. That was a great surprise for me. Number two, I'm gonna pick Dark Chapel. I'm not gonna hide my love for that album. My album number 3 is gonna be Coheed and Cambria. Just for the aspect of 87 instruments in an hour album is just mind blowing. And then Righty, you just fall at Rock Out on dead last. Just I loved it. I thought it was great. It just kind of the way it kind of fell, but yeah, great episode, great albums. Definitely. Maybe 2 of these albums may be on my list by the end of the year.
BC.
All right, hey, a lot of fun as always. I don't think there was a single bad album. 4 great picks. To rank them, I gotta go Wednesday 13 just because I was so surprisingly drawn in by them. From seeing them live from just interviewing the guy, watching the interview with this guy. I guess I get a good vibe from the guy. So that drew me right to it. And seeing him live, and then the album came out the week after. Then I started getting the back catalog. I've been very freshly surprised with this pick. Dark Chapel, come on. Second. Third would be I'm gonna go with Coheed and Cambria, just because there's so much. I have to listen to it a bunch more times probably. It's like I said, there's parts that are all over the place, and there's parts that are great, and parts that are okay, I could do without that. I wish this part was here, but there's still so much in it. I don't know how to explain it.
I just don't understand how they just make it sound so good when there's fucking 87 fucking musical instruments in one song.
Yeah.
Claudio
has a vision, and he knows how to execute it.
So I don't know. I remember seeing him live, but I don't remember.
It had to be made.
I don't remember him being crazy. I remember being pretty.
I want to say it was maybe the first Homedale show that we went to. I don't know.
Probably made it, yeah. And I finish up with the Rock Out. One reason for that is because it's probably about the most straightforward.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
That was four good albums.
All right, yeah. I like doing these. I love new music. There's and the funny thing is too, like so far, like I have like at least 60 albums, and I have like 53 of them written down. But I know there's ones that came out since I updated my list. But it's funny though because every year, without fail, we do our year-end episode. We all pick our top 10 for the year. We give a couple honorable mentions. We talk about that. And like they're like 3 of my favorite episodes through the year. Doing this, and then we'll do a 10-song playlist from new albums for the year in the fall, and then we do our wrap up with the new albums ranking. So, but without fail, every next year, there's always something that comes up that I'll hear. It'll come up on Apple Music, or I'll hear one of the albums that, like, say Sonny or Steven reviewed or Brad had on their lists, and like that never even hit my radar at all. And then you hear it and you're like, wow. And there's even albums now that I'm finding out through the last couple of years that like, how did I not know this one? Like, for instance, last year, The Bites. Like, that album would have been in my top 10 if it was on my radar at all. And I heard Brad's wrap up at, after that. And then I heard him say that, and it kind of hit my head. I had it in my Apple Music, but I never listened to it. But it didn't hit me till we saw them live on the cruise. But then it was like, what the, how did I miss that? How did we miss this at all? So there's always that also. And so, like, you will probably almost double the amount of albums between now and maybe the end of the year. Probably not quite as many, because and it's funny too, because like BC and I talk about it all the time. He'll usually text me, anything out this week? I'm like, no, like nothing that hits our radar. But then some weeks there's like 5. So it all depends on the week. So here's a couple albums that I just jotted down real quick that are already out that are really cool that I have interest in. Buck Cherry's new album, Roar Like Thunder. New War Kings album coming out, Armageddon. That comes out this Friday. Ailstorm's new album, The Thunder Fist Chronicles. Absolutely love it already. Joe Bonamassa's got a new album coming out in July, the end of the month, called Breakthrough. Glenn Hughes has a solo album coming out called Chosen. The new Volbeat album is really good. The Hailstorm album is coming out this summer. Harem Scarum has an album out. It's called Chasing Euphoria. And Heat has a new album out, Welcome to the Future. So, and that's just a couple. That's just like a small sample of what is. A couple of them are out. A couple of them are coming out. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of stuff. A lot of fun stuff. Some not so fun stuff. And like I said, I like doing these ones. I mean, these guys finally got me to listen to Dark Chapel all the way through.
43 minutes of misery, BC.
But it wasn't, though. It was more like probably 29 minutes of misery. Like, if you can break down when he sings how long that takes out of the album, that would be it. But like, I don't understand that. I mean, I understand that they want to, that a guy like Dario that's he's never been the guy in the band. Guys like Chris Caffrey, he's never been the guy in the band. So when they want to do their own thing, they want to control everything and do everything. But like, someone needs to say to these guys, dude, just get someone else to fucking sing. We know it's your album. We know it's you. Get someone that can actually fucking sing. You know what I mean? God, do you agree or not agree, BB, that like if Ronnie Romero sang on this album, it would be outstanding? Like,
it'd be a totally different album. So like when I'm coming from the foundation of Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Black Label Society, that's what I'm hearing. That's why I'm loving it. You're not an Alice and Soundgarden guy. You're really not a big Black Label guy. So bringing Ronnie Romero in it may turn this album to a totally different avenue.
That's my hopes.
Totally different feel.
But the thing is too, like as I wrote them down, you can see I have Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Black Label Society. I would rather listen to Lane Staley and Chris Cornell and even Zach sing than him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I get out of it. But like, I mean, musically, I mean, the guy, I mean, we've seen him play live a ton of times, and he fucking tears it up. And he sings good background vocals for the Black Label Society stuff, but like, that doesn't mean you can be a lead singer. You know what I mean? So anyway, but always fun doing these ones. I love the. So did we get the ball busting in that we didn't get in last week?
I think we did.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad that was good too. So my rankings are Wednesday 13 album first for sure. Rock Out album next. I was gonna say Corrosion Conformity. Coheed and Cambria next.
Solid number 3, baby, across the board.
And then Dark Chapel, like a not a very distant. Like, you know what? If it was an instrumental album, I would fucking love it.
You gotta get one of those things that can take the vocals out.
I know. I need like a karaoke thing.
Yeah, it could be like.
Then I'll try to find the lyrics in any song that like Ronnie Romero or Ripper Owens. I'll splice their words apart and put them together and put them in a song. I got Kevin Shirley to help me out. He can help me out. Or Andy Sneap.
Sneap.
Imagine if Andy Sneap produced this. If Andy Sneap produced this Dark Chapel album, he wouldn't have let him fucking sing. Just saying.
Version of Call Me Snake, but Call Me Sneap.
Call me Sneap. All right, so guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I sure as hell did. I I enjoyed the torture too. I have to admit it. You know, it's always fun. I knew it was gonna be this when we came through it. And it's weird because I knew what I was getting into with BC's album because I heard it and I have it. Dark Chapel, I knew what I was getting into because I tried to listen to it before and I couldn't get through it. So, and I tried again. I honest to God, I did. Ask my wife. We were in the hotel room. I was writing shit down, and I'm like, oh, she's like, what? I'm like, I'll tell you later. But in the Coheed and Cambria, I had an inkling of what to expect because we did that one or two songs throughout the years. I think
Dark Scented Server is the one that you liked,
but I never really
haze.
Right, gave him a chance to check out a whole album. But I did enjoy it though. So maybe Dylan can make me a list of like 5 kick-ass Coheed and Cambria songs to send to me.
Yeah, I can do that.
So we can do that. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening. Always fun doing these. Get out there and check out some new albums. Not necessarily the ones that we talked about today. If you want, I will take a photo shot of my list that I have so far and send it to you if you want. If you don't really know what to look for or whatever, and I will do that for you guys. And I'll even do it. I do it for these guys here too. Not so much Dylan because Dylan usually got his own thing going, but and it's always fun. If you're not a new music guy, just check something out. There's something for everyone out there. So, guys, thank you once again. Always fun. Thanks for coming up on this night. It's so nice to record when it's nice out too. I gotta say that. And thank you everybody out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you next time, and there definitely will be a next time.